Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be doing another stream for fun. Hopefully I get a lot of people to join. I'll mainly start talking once people get on, but here we go. I'm hoping to get a lot of bounty and hopefully level up to level 20, which is 10 levels from where I currently am. I have an issue where I have a Xbox controller plugged in, and when that happens it can cause problems. I'm just waiting for everything to load because I can't see any icons currently, and I feel like it's gonna reset me back until I choose my team. So even if I like completely escape, I'll be reset in that weird scenario. Watch this. It's gonna reset me. I'm already completely free, but it's gonna make me it's gonna make me to choose which team I want to be on. I think. I guess not. I mean, it's working pretty well. But there'd be like an issue here. So we have the jewelry store. I'm gonna go ahead and rob that, and hopefully there won't be any camping cops outside once I do. Before I do anything else, I just need to check real quick and make sure that I'm actually posting to YouTube, because I had to fiddle around with my last stream because it became private. So I just need to make sure, yes, I have to make sure that I'm streaming currently. Edit the video, make sure that it's public. Okay, cool. So it's working. Just had to make sure, because that can get really odd when you make. I was worried I'd make a video private and then nobody would see this and nobody would join. Hacker. It's so annoying when people hack like this. I just report people for doing that kind of thing. I mean, it's just annoying. Oh, I got the wrong person. See here, so they're hacking. I'm gonna report them. I really like the new lighting in this area, but then it gets kind of confusing. Like right here, it doesn't appear for some reason. So you have to pretend that it's acting like a normal light, but it doesn't always work the way you'd expect it to. So that should be a nice chunk of XP, and then I'll be able to level up pretty quickly. I'm tempted to buy levels, but they're just so expensive that I don't dare do it. They're just so freaking expensive that I don't want to do anything with that. I don't even want to mess with it. They're just insane. see if I can get people up here so that I can make more money out of this. Have you guys not seen very many supply drops lately? They're kind of annoying. Like, they don't come by very often, and when they do, they drop in like random areas. Like, there's practically none. And then watch one's going to come by at this like exact moment and me wrong. I think the museum's open. I better check first. According to the timer in the game, I'd expect it to be. It's easy to keep track of when things will open sometimes. Hey, Fantan. Here, hey, Fat Tan. I think I pronounced your name right. Here I do streaming content, and I try to get a lot of bounty and rob a lot of things like this. I also give away a lot of tricks and tips to rob things faster and more efficiently. See, this is my favorite spot right here because you don't get touched by the lasers, and you can just kind of fill your bag really quickly. So I want to go right here, and then, like, I probably already activated, I assume. Sorry about that. Hey, Phaeton. It's hard to pronounce names like that sometimes. Like, you think they're something else, and then you don't wanna say something else and offend somebody. Okay, so I got 8 kilograms. Luckily, there's no copier. I should be able to just get back to the base and then hopefully rob the jewelry store. I really like the update, but it takes forever to level up. Like, I'm tempted to spend like 250k for a level, but it's just so expensive that, I mean, I'd rather just spend the time and get it, because the amount of money you spend is insane. The amount of time it takes to get a level is insane. And so, like, I think the lame thing about this is I thought that it would reset, and then now all the people who played before could catch up to the people who have played a lot in the past, like the rich people. And so I thought it'd be a good way to catch up, but it really isn't. Like, before, you have like these really rich characters, and I'll never catch up to them even if I play more, because I simply didn't play enough in the past. It would take so much effort. But I thought when the level system came up, it'd be like a reboot. Like, you could kind of catch up to all the players who were a high level before, or had a lot of money before, and played a lot before. But it's not, because now players like Creekcraft and people like that who are really rich can just like immediately buy levels, and so it like undoes that kind of thing. And I was hoping like I could have one of the first videos out with the new cars, but that just doesn't happen. So it's kind of frustrating, but overall I really do like the update. I think they could have done a better job with the Volt Bike. It's just kind of unrideable now. Like, it randomly spins out or flips into the air for no reason whatsoever. Like that. It's kind of frustrating, but I mean, at least like it helps you get away from cops. Like, if there's a cop chasing me, sometimes you can unpredictably flip away, and there's nothing they can do about it. Hey, Vito. I tried to be on today earlier, but I just couldn't. Thanks for joining the stream, dude. So let's see here. Hopefully I can get up to the museum right here and rob that. Obviously not open yet. I'm gonna need to go to the jewelry store. Okay, so it's going to be a while till that opens. This is the kind of thing that annoys me, when like you don't have a key card and you're just waiting for something to open. Like, there's nothing you can do to make something open any faster, but it's just not open yet. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. And so you're just kind of running around trying to get all the junk robberies, or at least now you can look for an airdrop or something. But it's like, it'd be nice if they had that one extra robbery so that there's always something open. Then again, it was a lot better than the beta, when they only had the bank. You would basically just rob the bank for a while and do nothing but that. Okay, so I found an airdrop that's kind of rare. You don't find those very often. Volt Bike helps you get it, but I should be able to take this and then hopefully get to the jewelry store in time to get 2 things. I like the briefcases, but I wish they would like stay. Like I wish there could be 2 in the map at once, which I don't think there can be, because like then you could find them. Like you could go on a scavenger hunt and find a briefcase almost every time for a while, after a while, and pretty predictably. And okay, thanks for viewing it, and thanks for stopping by. I should be able to get on tomorrow sometime. I don't know when. And thanks for popping in. I wish the briefcases would show up more and then stay, so that you could like have a collected amount of them around the map. That'd make it a lot better, but it's just impossible. Hey Ben, Cypher. I do a lot of streaming here and gameplay on Jailbreak, and do a lot of stuff like this. See you, Vito. Okay, so hopefully I can get the train, and then that should be an easy 4K right here. I seriously need guns though, because I haven't gotten any yet. Okay, so now everything's opening. And, now everything's open, and I'm not in yet. No, I don't do ads. There's no ad right here. I generally don't do that yet. I try to stay away from ads, but I mainly run off of donations, and it's just inspiring in general to have a lot of subscribers. But I generally don't do ads. So let's see here. I should be able to stop right before it gets to the station. I just started doing Twitch streams, not Twitch streams, live streams. I tried doing Twitch streams, but I do, if you want to know about my Roblox account, I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that. My Roblox is just Bragon, and if you subscribe, you can see my group, another video. Now, one tip, this four-wheeler, as you've just seen, one of the hidden powers of it is that it's really good for running away from cops. And the reason why, because a lot of people don't know this, I'm going to actually make a video out of this, but if you drive underneath any roof, you can jump out and teleport on top of it. Just kind of jammed into what I was already saying, because I have to, like, I'm going to try to get the briefcase that I can't stop doing it now. I'm going to try to get the briefcase that I think this plane's dropping over here. But if you do that, you can generally teleport on top of stuff, like run away from a cop, and then there's nothing they can do about it. So, I think the four-wheeler is kind of annoying, too, when you're riding, because it's very hard to control. But hopefully from right here, I'll be able to get that briefcase. I honestly have, like, no clue where it's landed by now. Somebody else is probably already going to get it. See ya, Phaeton. Okay, so let's see here. I have that right here, and then that should give me a crate. The reason I like these so much is because I own every single vanity item in the game. I own every wheel and texture, and so what that means is that I can open these and get a predictable $5,000 every single time. Like 5,000, because it's always a duplicate item. So I wind up getting XP and $8,000 from them. So they're basically better for me than any robbery, and that's kind of the reason why they're so great. I actually spent like $300,000 trying to get one wheel for the fin for the new update, like the last update, and I just couldn't get it. So I think I don't remember which spoiler it was exactly. I think it was the 2 billion spoiler. I spent like $300,000 just to get that. Not for the reason that I really like it that much, I never use it, but just for the reason that I want to be able to tell people that I own every spoiler. I don't own these yet because you need to level up to get them, and I'm still working on that. They just came out. But I try to get as far as possible when it comes to completing Jailbreak in general, if you could ever really do that. So we got a guy right there, and then I seriously need to get some guns, or else I'm going to get punished for it if I don't watch out. My screen's up there, so if you keep like seeing me look up to the side like this, I'm actually looking at my editing screen, watching the chat and stuff, because I have 2 screens. It's just a better way to set it up than cramming everything on one, or closing it in general so I can't reply to comments. It's just the best way to do it for me. But if you see me doing this, I'm not just looking at the wall for no reason. And so hopefully by now you can kind of keep track of when the when the robbery's open. The museum should be open in a second. I've been streaming here for about 11 minutes. I just set it up and everything. So I just kind of started. This is a great start. I think I've had like 5 people total. I don't know. Someone can probably tell me in the view log. It keeps going up and down. People saying they're leaving. But I think I've had like 5 people in general join. Oh crap, there's a cop here. Yeah, I'm not going to get away from that. Unless he doesn't chase me. But I've had like, I think pretty sure I've gotten like 5 views in 30 minutes. And the nice thing is like I just started doing this and the first stream got like 1 person to watch it. It's not because I didn't do a good job, I don't think so. But I think it's generally just because I was doing it because of luck. And once you have 1 person watching your stream, like other people cluster by to watch it. And so getting started on YouTube and that kind of thing is really a struggle, even if you're releasing quality content. Because until you get people to kickstart your channel, it's like kind of impossible. Unless you get like a viral video and you gain traction. But I mean, the odds of that are just insane. So I should have 5 some K for this. And I'm mainly doing this for the levels. I really don't care about the money that much. But I really just want to level up so I can get the next car. Plus having the military helicopter would be nice too. Because I mean when you're completing Jailbreak, it just takes forever to get $1 million. I probably spent somewhere around $5 million ever because I own every car other than the level cars. Because I'm not level 20 yet, that just came out. I went over that. Other than the level cars, I own every car other than the military helicopter and the monster truck. So I'm just trying to get those, and I probably spent a lot of money on Jailbreak because there are a lot of cars and a lot of safes that you need to buy. But it's just I just feel like I need to complete the entire game to truly be a master of it. Yes, luckily there's no cop here. If there was, I don't think I have very good internet due to that. My parachute didn't activate, and I spun around a little bit. That's kind of a clear sign that you have bad upload speed. If you get caught because your parachute doesn't deploy, then it's probably because you have bad internet. I'm recording my screen while I stream because I'm using Streamlabs OBS, and I have a second monitor off to the side. And it looks different from my perspective, but I have a second monitor off to the side where I'm looking up, and it has the OBS Studio on it, so I can tell that it skipped 8 frames by now over the entire 12 minutes of stream. And I have 2 viewers, so I can see comments and things like that off of the screen. And 2 screens are really necessary when you're doing this kind of thing. So if you guys really want to annoy a cop, you can like stand behind them and then act like you're stealing the key card, and then you don't steal the key card, and then they'll try to arrest you and they'll wind up dying. So I don't think this person's going to do it, and I really do kind of want to break out of jail, so I'm going to try to do it. But if you don't steal the key card, they'll keep trying to arrest you, and sometimes you get them killed because of it. I really have the idea that this guy is like speed hacking, but I really can't tell. So if you really want to bug cops, that's one of the ways you do it. Should be able to escape. And I have a new trick that you guys might want to see. If you go to this gate right here, you can punch the box and jump out of the area entirely. This takes a bit of practice, and it's kind of like parkour. So it's really hard to do, and there's a chance you'll die if you don't do it right. You can jump onto this table, and then with a little bit of skill, you can jump onto this practice. You can jump onto the umbrella like that, if that makes any sense. It's hard to do. And then from that point, good luck with your stream, dude. Hopefully you do well. You need a powerful computer, though. I'm just going to tell you, like, if you have like a laptop, if that thing's not very good, it's not going to work. From here, you can get from the umbrella all the way to the fence and jump off into the parking lot. So that's one of the best ways to escape, and it's very it's hard to do. You need a bit of skill to do it, but you use that, and then instead of going to the wall, you just jump over your car onto the fence and out. Now, if you're not careful, you'll keep jumping on the fence, not going anywhere, and after about 4 shots, or 3 sometimes, normally 4, you will die. So definitely keep that in mind. It's very dangerous. So from here, I think I'm just going to go back in town and see what I can get. What was that? That was a briefcase. Well, I keep complaining that they don't drop very often, but they've definitely been dropping a lot more often than I thought they were. I mean, I just found a briefcase on the side of the road that's pretty good. They must have changed that overnight because yesterday there's like no briefcases. That's cool, Vito. Hopefully you can run that. Your computer should be powerful enough then. I don't know for sure. That seems like a pretty good computer. I really love the fact that I can get 8K from this, and then there's a chance I'll find another briefcase. Now, there's a lot of debate about the McLaren. Some people hate it. I actually kind of like it, and the reason why is it's very slow when you don't upgrade it, and people like get very angry because of that. It's like a little faster than a Tesla, but if you upgrade it, it's actually a pretty decent car. You go pretty quickly, and people hate on it, but it can turn really well, and it has pretty good acceleration. So I actually kind of like the McLaren. I don't drive it as my main car because I have better cars, but I guess I kind of would recommend it for a middle ground between the Lamborghini and the Bugatti. Just know that you're going to have to buy something better in the future. Like if you know you can save up to 500K, then do that instead. But I mean, the McLaren is not a bad car. I just want to like put an end to that because people hate on it, and it's pretty good actually. It can corner really well. It's also really small, so if a car is chasing you, I don't know if I can do it right here. You can kind of fit between buildings better than another police car could, like this. And then like a Bugatti might get stuck at some point doing that because it can't corner fast enough. And yeah, it's a pretty good car. Anyways, enough on that. I'm going to try to get back to the base and get guns so I can rob something again. If you guys need a code, you probably already know this. It was public on the Twitter page. But for those of you who don't, there's a code, thank you, in all caps, no space. And that should give you $2,500. For those of you that don't check Asimo's Twitter page, that I think that'd be kind of helpful to know. I just figured that out today. What I like to do is I like to start right here and then try to attempt to jump on from my car onto the train. And then if you can do it right, you can get off the train and rob it twice. I do a giveaway the first Friday of every month. So you should see one the first Friday of every month. And it might be kind of big if I can get enough Robux. But probably 100 or sometimes 500. Normally 100. I do giveaways like this. But the first Friday of every month is when I normally do that kind of thing. If you're curious. And the day after Christmas on Wednesday, I will have all my clothes going 50% off. And I'll be selling a lot of those. If you want to see that. Oh, that's 4K. Now, if I can do this just right, yes, I can rob the train. From this stance, I can rob the train twice. Now, a lot of you probably didn't know that you could do this, but if you do it just right, I'm going to rob the train a second time in one go. If I do it properly, I can get $6,000 from one stop on the train, like this. It's kind of hard to do, and you have to rely on a pretty long train, but it is definitely possible, and I think I can get around 2,000 or maybe 3,000 before it stops off at the junction. I'll probably settle for 2,000 though because I really don't want to be kicked off. So that was, for me, that was about $7,000 probably because I have the VIP and upgraded duffel bag. But for somebody else, I don't know how much that'd be exactly because it came out when I had the upgraded duffel bag. But, I mean, with the upgraded duffel bag and not having the VIP, that'd be around $6,000. It's pretty good, in my opinion. So now, I really need guns, but I'm just going to keep procrastinating because I don't care. And, let's see if the jewelry store is open at this point. It is. Now what I like to do is I like to ride by and activate it, and I've already activated it, but if you're in your car, you can actually activate it inside of your car, and it works pretty well. Cool. You have a pretty good chance of winning, not an amazing chance, but, I mean, I can't give away that much now. But at the rate the group is growing, hopefully I can give away a lot more in the future, like maybe 1,000 Robux giveaways. Don't count on that right away. Probably once I get like 1,000 members. But the group has only been up for like 5 months or something, and it already has 400 members in it. So it'll be a little while, but it's definitely growing. And I'm spending more money than I'm making out of it currently. But at the rate it's growing, that is bound to change. Eventually, it'll be making me a revenue, and I'll be able to like throw away more money like that into giveaways and make more people happy. Again, just also write supportive comments and like start conversations in the group. If you do that, start good conversations and get people interactive, then you will eventually get ranked up to and then people like that get special perks and that kind of thing. So I don't know exactly if I can give you Robux, but if you're a good fan, a good member, then I can probably do something like that eventually, where I do like a event or something. I don't know if I can give away Robux. I don't want to promise to something like this and then not be able to do it, but I mean, the future is looking bright for the group, and so if you stick with it, I mean, hopefully you can get some pretty good stuff out of it. So that was $6,000 and a nice, wow, that's actually kind of insane that I got there. Now, I'm just going to use my snipping tool real quick and take a photo of this, because I'm doing a compilation of crazy places to get stuck. I'm not going to spend much time on this. I'm just going to take a photo and save it and then run with that. Just taking photos whenever I get somewhere really odd. Yeah, I've been grinding a lot. I haven't been on as much as I wanted. Actually, didn't play any Jailbreak today because I just wanted to spend time with my family, since I'm not really busy. But normally I have been grinding a lot, and I mainly did this all yesterday, and just as much as you have seen today. But I'm generally pretty efficient at robbing things in a certain order and making it work well. Okay, bye. Thanks for watching, Vito. Wait, let's see if I can get guns and then shoot this cop. He has no ride. He's pretty much hopeless. I might be able to yank this guy and get a key card from him for it. He's really in a bad situation here. So if I can kind of get my gun real quick. I don't even need a very good gun. And that'll be enough to stop this guy from camping people who go into the base. Hello, Felipe. I think I said your name right. I'm really sorry if I didn't. Philip. I think I said that right. I can accept some friend requests, but mainly the best way to get me to be your friend, because I can't accept all of them, there's a 200 member cap, is to join my group. My group's called Roads, and I sell clothes like this for a really cheap price. If you're a good member in that I will eventually rank you up, and then you can become an interactive part of the community. That's a cool thing that I do. It's Roads. Just replace the C with an R. Join that group and be a good member, and maybe even buy some clothing if you want it, and you'll become a higher part of the community and meet people and that kind of thing. So that's what I'd recommend. I can't just friend everybody, I'm sorry, but that's what I'd recommend. I do that kind of a group, and I definitely am very interactive on it. So if you want to say something, I'll respond to it. We can have a conversation. But again, I'm sorry. With enough people that I see on YouTube, I just can't friend all of my requests. So this would be an easy $4,000, and then hopefully I'll be able to get back on track. You guys want to see me hunt some cops? You want me to like go after cops and see how well I can do in like 1v1 battles or 2 versus 1 battles? You guys want to see how well I can do in that? That kind of spice up the stream a bit. I can try to like battle 2 cops at once or something. Don't know if I'll win, but I can definitely battle 1 cop at once and win most of the time. Because that's 4,000, and then I'm just gonna ride the train back, even though I'm not gonna be on it. I'm just gonna ride it back to the to this area right here where I can jump off and get my Ferrari. The nice thing about owning every car is you always have a ride. You're never stranded somewhere. You're not just gonna die. I mean, cops can't normally just drive up and pick on you because you have a ride. Like, I mean, this is probably the worst place to be stranded other than the pickup truck. Basically, from anywhere in the game, you can just hop right back into the action because you can just go to the nearest car. And since all the updates have gone by, there's quite a few cars that you can just jump in. Oh wait, I'm going to follow this jet. Hopefully get a supply drop. I just really hope it's not going too far. Yeah, it's going to be right over the city, and I'm worried it's going to land on a building. But I'll try to get a supply drop from right there before somebody else does. Okay. No! Ah, man. Please don't. Ah, it's on the building. You know what I'm going to do? These are worth a lot of money, so I don't normally get this committed to something like this. Thank you for subscribing, dude. Hopefully you really like my videos. Thanks a lot for that. And I do a lot more streams like this if you want to see them. Again, thanks for that. Join the community. I have a lot of groups and things like that. That really does help out. And I'll be on tomorrow, too, if you want to see more streams like this. I do professional level, or what, as well as I can, close to professional level stuff. And work hard on making videos. So the older videos are kind of cringy because they're older. But I've been doing really good content recently, and hopefully you like it. Okay, so should be able to get into the UFO here and get that supply drop. I really wish they wouldn't land on buildings, but I mean, it's better than nothing. I think the way to fix that is with computer programming, you can get something called a bump map, which is white and black, and so it can only land on certain areas of that map compared to what's white and what's black. And so you can make all the buildings black, and they would never drop crates on those areas. But that take a lot of effort out of the creators and probably a few hours to do, so this isn't bad. I mean, it's still supply drops, and that's pretty cool. Okay, so I should be able to just get down from here, and then luckily I have my UFO. Hopefully I won't get stunned by that. Nice thing about owning a lot of vanity items is I get a consistent $5,000 every time because I own every vanity item. So, I like every texture and that kind of thing. So there's nothing new for me to get. And so from that standpoint, I always get $8,000 per supply drop. That's why I go out of my way to get cars and that kind of thing and really try to get into where they land and get them as much as possible. Okay, so I think the museum would be open by now. You can kind of keep track of timers and that kind of thing, so hopefully there's enough people up there. I'm kind of scared. One of my friends is being a cop right now, and I'm kind of scared they're going to arrest me or arrest somebody in the police building. But I really have two options to get away from that. I'm not going to unfriend them because I've known them for a while, but I could simply get on a VIP server or a less busy server, but I'm not going to do either one of those because, I mean, I like to play Jailbreak as a challenge, not on like a VIP server. So I should be able to wait for someone to get here or climb this building. Now, if you guys want to know a trick, I have a lot of these. If you get on the very side of the building, you can jump off. You see that very top point on the tree? Directly below that is a post. And if you jump onto that point, you can get stuck on the post inside of the tree. And the reason why you'd want to do this, if you can jump off the building onto the post and get down, then you can negate all fall damage. And so what this means is if a cop is chasing you off the building, you can simply just jump onto the post and then jump down. And the cop will think they're going to chase you and not get fall damage, and they'll wind up dying. But I'm going to go after that supply crate. That's better. I'll come back for the robbery, but this is better. I need that supply crate before it disappears. Now I'm trying to determine, do supply crates drop during the night, or do you just never see them? It's really hard to figure that one out, because I'd like to know if they fall overnight. But then again, if they do, you're probably never going to see the jet that's dropping them. I have like absolutely no clue where the supply crate is. This guy might have just landed on top of it. Oh, there it is. At least they glow. I didn't know they did that before. That's a nice $8,000, and then I can go back to the robbery. Ah, it disappeared. How does that happen? It disappeared right when I was trying to get it. It's really annoying. kind of thing when I wish I had rocket fuel, because if I did, I could just launch right off that into the thing. Wait, what's happening? Oh, I think I clicked on the subscribers notification, and so I went to your channel, but I don't remember doing that. Probably just when I try to get the crate. Now, the nice thing about this is even if you're already busy, you can just run up to the museum and get a nice $8,000 or so. The reason why is because the security will be mostly disabled, or I guess it's not activated yet, but after robbing the jewelry store, sometimes you can do something like that and get up there. Yeah, I don't know why I clicked on your notification. I don't think I did. I did it on purpose. I obviously did. But I think it like disrupted the safe somehow. I have no clue. Let's wait for this guy to get on the other side, and then somehow it's already activated, even though nobody's inside it unless they hacked. There was this one person on the server who was hacking, but I'm pretty sure they got kicked because like they didn't want to be kicked and they suddenly disappeared. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure that person got kicked, but I mean, there's no real way to tell. So I don't really think anybody was hacking to get in. Just do this as fast as possible, and then hopefully if I have to, I'll do both of them, which I do sometimes, so that players who aren't very good at the game or on like a phone that's really slow or something can get out. Like this guy can already take that over, and he's level 1 though, so that kind of concerns me, but he can take that over, and then I'll just go ahead and do this one really quickly. The nice thing about this whole level system is, like, I have $453,000 right now, but before I would, like, buy my Volt bike, and then I wouldn't have anything left. And so with that system, it really sucked, because people would call you a noob, when in reality you had a Volt bike, and nobody would, like, respect you. And then right before you bought the Volt bike, you had $1 million, and everybody would, like, want to be your friend and stuff. I actually did a really funny social experiment on this. Hey, King Plays Roblox. Thanks for joining the stream. I did a really funny social experiment on people being rich versus people being poor, in which I try to send a friend request to every single person in the server just randomly for no reason. And I actually got like 95% of them to be my friend when I had $1 million. And then I got like 2 of them to be my friend at the same amount of people when I was a noob, and I purposely got rid of all of my money on an alt account. And so that's actually really funny, because it meant that, like, thanks for subscribing, King Plays. Hopefully you enjoy my videos. I do a lot of streams like this, and I will be tomorrow too. I try to make really good content. Now, the old content may be cringy because I didn't make very good content a year or 2 ago, but I've really been getting into it recently, and I'm trying my best to edit for hours to get them to look good. So, I did that social experiment, and like the poor guy got like no money, the bacon hair noob, and then I got like a ton of not money. The poor guy got like no friends, and I got a ton of friends that I had to get rid of later on, because I mean I didn't actually know the people. But it was kind of really interesting for an experiment, because I know there are people. I didn't mean to do this. I know there are people who just friend request people for no reason. I think I can take this guy if he doesn't taser me and get lucky. Yeah, he's not a very high level player. I'm not scared of this guy, unless he gets lucky, which does in fact happen. I can generally take cops like that. The only time I'm really scared of a cop is when they're like, when they have a like a SWAT suit on, and then I know they're probably really handy with a taser. So at that point, like, they can kind of catch you when you're falling, and there's nothing you can, that guy's a hacker, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. But other than that, I mean, or hackers, I mean, those people can catch you no matter what. I'm just gonna report this guy, and hopefully he leaves. That's always frustrating, because you're like trying to do a Twitch stream and somebody is just hacking. Hopefully I can get the guy who did it. Hopefully they'll report him and I'll leave. I'm actually just going to find a new server, because I really don't like playing with hackers. And the reason why is you get like all this bounty, and I try to like get a Twitch stream to go somewhere, or not a Twitch stream, a YouTube stream. I used to do Twitch, go somewhere and then suddenly like you get caught like that. It's just really frustrating. So luckily one of my other friends is on another server, so I can join this server and start off. And I'm going to try to escape as quickly as possible. Now, in case you guys don't know, there is a really fast escape method, and it takes a bit of practice, and it takes you quite a few tries to get right, and it's very difficult to do. But if you can do it, you can get away from quite a few cops. So chances are this guy's going to chase me back to the box, and I'm probably not going to get away. I'm not going to even bother running from that. But if you can open the box, then it works really well, and I'll just show this to you in a second. It involves parkour, and a trick that you normally wouldn't think of. Once I get released, I'll show it to you guys. Remember when this was a thing? When people would like back up and try to glitch through walls? Like, remember that was a thing and everybody would get stuck in different rooms? I could never get it to work, and I honestly think it was because of lag. I think having a really powerful computer would actually stop you from doing it, because it would calculate a bit too much of the physics, and you would never be able to glitch through. But then if you tried to do that on a cell phone, you would always get through like every time. And so it was very, very frustrating. But people would constantly be like glitching through stuff. Okay, so again, I really want to show you guys this trick, but there's a cop right here. If you really want to annoy cops, you can get like right behind them, and then they'll try to catch you. Or this guy won't even let me get up behind him. That's kind of annoying. If you get right behind them, they think you're pickpocketing them, and they'll try to arrest you. But in reality, you're not pickpocketing them, and they'll wind up dying or being killed because they pickpocketed you. They tried to arrest you and you were innocent. So that can be a really funny trick, and I really want to show you guys this escape, which is kind of annoying because I can't. Maybe I can get it to work, but if this doesn't work, I'm just going to join a new server. Not because there are a lot of cops, because I want to show you guys what I was doing, my point. But it obviously won't work if I can't even get into the room. So I'm going to find a new server so that I can show you guys my trick, and not have to wait forever for the gate to open. Hopefully it actually has a lot of cops. Like, I actually want there to be a lot of cops on the server because it gives you good content that you can record. And I got the same server. It's going to go to the servers tab, and it won't take long to go all the way down till there are 25 people and then join a random server. Because Roblox does the annoying thing where it pairs you with friends, which is great. But when you're trying to avoid a certain server, it can be very frustrating because you keep getting thrown into that server against your will, and there's like nothing you can do about it. Yeah, I'm a camper too sometimes. There's nothing really wrong with it. I'm not really against it. I actually think there's actually kind of skill to stop camping cops. I like to throw grenades, and then they can get rid of campers, but I only do it sometimes because they're really expensive. But I think there is actually ways to get rid of them. It's really, really just like a heated conversation. But if you get like a pistol, you can bounce it off walls now. And I think with all the ricocheting, it's really not that OP anymore. I mean, the camper will have to move, or you can peek your camera around a corner without the camper seeing, and then you practically always get away or something, unless they're doing the exact same thing. I mean, camping is just something that's normal. I try not to do it when I'm doing YouTube videos or in general anymore, because it gives you a bad rap, but in general, it's something you can do. My username is just my YouTube channel. I don't use the chat very much because talking in general on a stream is something more interactive for people watching on full screen and that kind of thing. But my username is just my YouTube video. My YouTube username is just break on all caps on Roblox. An easier way to find me is I do a group called Rothes, which is clothes, but you replace the C with an R, so it stands for the Roblox clothes. But I can't showcase what I'm wearing right now because I'm in a jumpsuit, but I make clothes that make you look rich for a really cheap price. Okay, so this is the trick. You stand on the table, and if you do it just right, you can jump off the table onto the umbrella. See that right here? Yes, yeah, it's my username. See that right here? That's very difficult to do, but if you do it just right, you can get the timing, and then you can jump onto this umbrella. And it can be very fun to taunt cops and that kind of thing, but when you're not doing that, you can jump right off and onto the fence, and then back up right here and jump out. That's kind of the quickest way to escape, in my opinion, because you don't have to run all the way around like you would for the wall, and there's really nothing the cops can do about it unless they're right next to you. So now that I showed you guys that trick, I'm going to get my car and get my guns so that I can be all geared up in case something happens. Because the last thing I want is to not be properly equipped to deal with it. Oh, there's another airdrop. Yeah, they seriously made these things like 3 times more common overnight, I think, because they're all over the place today. But I'm going to get this airdrop, and then I'll gear up, because these things are just worth so much money, it's insane. Like, I would really recommend just buying safes just to get the money from the airdrops. They give you so much money now. And they're really nice, too, if nothing's open, because you can always just pay attention and get one. Sometimes, like, there's a chance you'll pay attention and get one. But they're really just cash farms. So after that, I'll just kind of get my guns. I really don't care about my car that much. And I should be good to go. Now, I really like what they did with the Volt Bike. They really messed it up quite a lot yesterday. And I kind of wish it was the same as before. But I like what they did with it now because you can kind of escape. And I think it'd be frustrating for cops. And I feel their pain. But I have no guns. I can't help that guy. But in general, I think they should have left it alone. But I really liked what they did with the map and the cars and everything. And it's like something more to complete. Like, I don't have every car. I'm working towards the military helicopter and the monster truck. But I own every car but those and the level cars. I'm still getting to that. But I really like the fact that they added so much more to this update. And now there are levels too. So if someone's like a good player, you can identify it from them being like rich. Because you can buy levels. But before, like, I'd have $1 million for a Volt Bike. And I'd buy that Volt Bike. And then I wouldn't have any money left over. And until I got over 100 grand, everyone thought I was a noob. Just in general, because I didn't have very much money. But if you have a high level, you prove those people wrong, and like they kind of know it's like proof that you're not a noob anymore. This guy's trying to chase me, and I think that's kind of stupid, because the thing about Bugattis is no matter how fast he chases me, he won't catch me. It's because they can corner so quickly that there's no way this guy can catch me. Just like that. Unless you crash very horribly into something and get stuck. Like, Bugatti chases are just very pointless, because you can't catch the person. Because everybody's just, in general, too fast. I think I'll buy a little bit of, I'll buy a tank of rocket fuel, so that if I really want to do a jump or get out of a tricky situation, I can. But, because that can be really helpful. In general, this guy's just going to keep bugging me. I know he is. I can't accept every friend request. I'm really sorry. But if you want to join me and stuff, I do stuff on my group. The reason why I won't accept your friend request is because I already have so many people who want that, and you can only have too many friends, so it'd be unfair to all those people. But if you join the group and are an interactive member, you will level up, and then like I have discussions and events and that kind of thing. So definitely join that. I'll be on. You can play with me a lot. I'm working on places for my group, but it's not like I'm being interactive. At least I'm not trying to be. But you can join me and play with me and talk to me and that kind of thing. But I'm really sorry. It's just, it doesn't work, because if you have a lot of people, it would be unfair. But I will personally remember your username, and I'll do my best to remember it. And then, like, when we join a game or something, or I make a place, you can play it too, or get into a discussion. And I do giveaways in my group too every now and then. So I do a 100 Robux giveaway on the first Friday of every month, and I have new clothes and that kind of a thing. So if you want to be a part of that group, it's Rothes, again, all lowercase. I try to interact with a lot of the people on there who want to do something with me. It's just impossible due to the limits of Roblox to get everybody as your friend. But follow me and join my thing, and I'll definitely do events sometimes, and you're more than welcome to be a part of that. So again, oh crap, that's one of the things that you can't really get away from. This guy caught me. I'll need to escape again. Okay, well, that's fine if you're going on vacation, dude. I'll be on a lot in the future. It's not like I'm going to quit Jailbreak anytime soon. Just keep watching my videos if you want to, and my streams. I'll be on tomorrow, Twitch streaming, or YouTube streaming. So watch those, and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. I think you did. And, join the group, and I'll be really interactive and try to keep events going and that kind of thing. But I mean, just come out from vacation and stuff, and you're more than welcome to be a part of the community. So let's see here. I'm going to try to escape again really quickly. I can't believe I got caught by that guy. That's kind of annoying. but sometimes it's like against your skin. There's nothing you can really do about it if you run into a tree. And to be honest, when I talk, I don't pay as much attention to what I normally do. I do have Discord. I don't remember my tag right now, but I will post it in the future. Just look in the description of the channel. I mean, or you can contact me on Roblox by following. I'm always active on my inbox. So I got a donut. This is what I hate when you try to pickpocket the police and all you get is a donut and they get a notification. Anyways, I'm active on my in my inbox and that kind of thing, so definitely be a part of the community, and I'll do stuff like this, and I'll give out my Discord in the future. These are the clothes I sell. I sell clothes that make you look really rich for the cheapest possible price. This is 10 Robux. Personally, it was 5, but I had to up the price or else my group was going to go down, and it was just going to get harder and harder and harder to manage. And but this Wednesday, the day after Christmas, I'm going to have a massive New Year's sale with like 10 new outfits, and everything's going to go half off to 5 Robux, which is the cheapest price it can possibly go to. So definitely check out the clothes then, and it's going to be awesome. I'm really psyched for it. I've been working on a lot of new textures from my 3D modeling program that I work on. So definitely check that out. And I also have a 3-for-1 deal. So if you buy 3 items, I will personally pay you the Robux to get another one free. So 3-for-4 deal and 3-for-1 deal. I shouldn't say 3-for-4. Somebody will freak out at me. But buy the items, do the discounts, that kind of thing. It definitely does pay off. And I can't believe I did that. I'm stuck again. Anyways, I'll try to escape really quickly, and then I'll get back on track to what I was doing. I'm also going to try to get... I will get 3 Robux from that, and personally, you get 70%. And I'm kind of fine with that. I'd wind up getting 9 Robux from 3 and then paying 5. But if it gets more traffic to the group and more people buy them and stuff, I mean, I'm fine with that. Now for 10, the reason I made them 10 Robux too is personally I get like, I don't get twice as many Robux for doubling the price. I get like, I get a lot more. I get 7 Robux instead of 3 for 5. Normally I get 6 for 10, but I get 7. It's because of the way it rounds down and rounds up. And so, with that, I really had to do that kind of thing, or else the group wasn't going to be as easy. That's my dad on. Thanks, Dad. Merry Christmas. And I should be able to keep selling clothes like that. So from here, I think I can get into the Volt bike and then go back to the base. I don't really worry too much about guns and that kind of thing because you rarely need them like you do sometimes, but I really don't worry about it that much. When you first join, you always take off your jumpsuit and you get a car and that kind of thing. When you own game passes and stuff, it makes it super easy to just kind of go anywhere and do anything at any time. Because when you own a lot of guns, you can just kind of go anywhere in the map and supply up. Or you like automatically change out of your jumpsuit, or you own a lot of cars. And so it's really easy to just kind of get anything you really need from any part of the map at that time. Now, I'm really kind of picky about the Volt bike, and the reason why is it's $1 million. I really think it should be a more touchy subject, but they really did kind of modify it a lot. It drifts now, and that's kind of cool. But the fact that you can just do that is kind of frustrating. And I think it's kind of good for criminals, but it can be very bad for police. And if you do it too much, like you can spontaneously be driving on a flat stretch of land and then suddenly blow up into the sky. I know that happened to mobile users every now and then, but it wasn't very common for all the other devices. And so I think they like rounded it out, but I think in general it did more harm than good. This guy's on his own. I think I can pick him off and then hopefully get some bounty for it. We've got a supply drop. I'm kind of tempted to... I'm going to chase that instead. That'll give me more money than the cop would. I think they quit. Oh, no, they didn't. I'm going to go after that supply drop. It gives you way more money. Now, this is the point where I don't know where it dropped, and I wish it was nighttime so I knew. The reason why I chased these so much is just because of the extent of how much money they give you. It's insane. But there's no way I'm going to find this now. It's just stuck in the water somewhere. That's the worst place for them to land because you're never going to find it. And the scavenger hunt you go on is useless because after a certain amount of time, they just disappear. Oh yeah, that was like a funny song. I can't play it right now, but it was something I had to do with policemen, and like I just wish I could play it. I'm used to being in videos, and so I'll set myself up to like play a video or a clip or something or a music track. But when you're in like a live stream, it's just impossible to do because I mean you don't have time to edit or anything or put it up. But it's kind of one of the only downsides sides of live streaming. So hopefully I can get people up here. You can kind of keep track of the timing and tell when the robbery's open. That was really odd, but hopefully I can get people up here to the museum in time for it. If it doesn't open for a while, I'll probably just go rob a gas station. Oh, another airdrop? That's insane. I'm going to go after this because I can always go get it. Oh, I'm just not paying attention. When you talk and play, it's difficult. I'm going to go get the airdrop, and then I should be able to come back to it. And one of the reasons that it's so good to not be interactive with the museum, and I guess it's kind of good that not everybody does this, is that you can go up, and then by the time you get to the museum, it's almost completely deactivated, and you can just run in with like no effort and get a ton of money for it. So that can be a great thing about like disappearing and then coming back to it, or robbing the jewelry store and coming back to the museum and that kind of thing. It can be really helpful to do that. I'm just going to use a bit of rocket fuel here. I don't normally always do this, but I want to get back up there because there was a cop. I'm just going to use a bit of... That's one of the frustrating things about the Volt Bike, too. It's very unpredictable. Like, I ran into the train, and there's a very good chance I would have died. But I can kind of ramp off of this with rocket fuel and get all the way back up, I think. I guess I shouldn't have disappeared because I think the cop arrested the one person here. But I don't know. He's still there. He's still waiting for me. I'm not going to let him catch me. I think I can take this guy. He doesn't look like a pro. He doesn't look like he has a very high level or anything. Like, it's the people with the SWAT suits that I'm really scared of. Like, these people, they're not scary to fight. It's the people with the SWAT suits because they obviously pay money for what they do. And so they really get committed to getting good at it. He's really in the worst possible position. Because if I shoot him, the bullets ricochet off the back and do like twice as much damage as they normally would. That's kind of the worst place they could be. Thanks for joining my group, King Plays Roblox. Hopefully you can be a part of the community and maybe one of the giveaways. I do a lot more of them in the future, but I just can't do too many now. I give away 100 Robux the first Friday of every month, and so that should come up, and then one person will always win. But I also sell clothes like this for 10 Robux, and I'm having a huge sale this Wednesday where everything goes half off, and I have a lot of new items coming out. So check that out and check out the group. My goal is to make people look as rich as possible for the cheapest possible price, because it's something that you can definitely do. That's just funny. That's just the way the game works. But people just fall apart. I think it's a lot better than other games because, I mean, Roblox is a kid's platform. It's a lot better when people just fall apart instead of, like, dying or something when they would in other games. So, I really like the way they redid this, too. It's kind of odd. You try to get used to the... you kind of have to get used to the height of the lasers, but it's really cool because it takes more time to get through. That means that random people can't just go through as fast and get into the vault when they could before. There's someone there waiting for me. What I like to do in this scenario is I like to wait behind here and get my shotgun, and they'll come through not knowing that I'm here. Got him just in time. There are two people I couldn't have done that. But I wait till they come through, they don't think they're here, and then I just shoot them with my shotgun. I think there might be somebody else there, but this isn't a very busy server, hopefully. But if he comes through, I can just keep using my shotgun on him. And I really like the way they redid this. And so, it is kind of a walk-in freezer. It's kind of silly that they did this. But, it's more of a bank. It's the bank. And they really make it seasonal, but I think it gets kind of insane. I really like the way you can ricochet the bullets off the wall now, because you'll have people back here, and then you can shoot the wall, and the ricochet will stop camping cops. So they won't literally just sit there forever until you die of boredom or go through and give in and get caught. That was very annoying, and a lot of people complained about it, so I think they fixed it. But, because people would sit right here, and then you come through and die. I do have Discord. I will put that in the description. I don't remember my tag because it's one of those codes that's kind of hard to get, and I just don't have it on the top of my head. But I will put it in the description, so you can join that, and I'll have servers up. But yeah, I'll put that in the description. I just didn't think of it right away. I don't use Discord that much. I should probably get into it more. Has anyone here seen the glitch that happens when you have bad upload speed? Like, you punch a box and you get like $10,000 or $1,500, like twice or 3 times more than you would normally get from it. Because I think that normally happens when the game receives a bad player packet, and so it tries to duplicate it from bad upload speed, and you wind up getting like way too much money. There's a chance you could get double your robbery money from that, but I think it's just so low because you have to have it at the right time. But I have got it on camera. I can't show the clip right now, of course, because it's a live stream. But it has happened before. So I have to put it in like a compilation of all the weird things that have happened on Jailbreak. But I'm still collecting stuff for that. No, that wasn't the Big 12. I'm waiting for level 20. And it's taking forever to get to. I'm kind of aggravated by the fact that you can buy levels. It's an insane amount, like $250,000 for a level, which is like 2 hours, 3 hours worth of grinding. And so it's an insane amount of money for a level. But, I mean, I think it's very annoying that they did this, because I was hoping to like catch up on some of the other YouTubers who played a lot more in the past and like get a really fast car before them, like Creekcraft and the people who are really famous for playing the game. Like, I'd be pretty much caught up to them if I played enough. But the fact that you can buy levels means that, like, you have these people with $40 million, and they just keep spamming the button until they get a ton of money. So I think it's kind of unfair and annoying, because I'm hoping they'd reboot it, but I guess it makes a little bit of sense, as people would spend more Robux on it. So I think the train's in. I think I might ditch my bike, too. It's just being kind of unpredictable. Like that. I just did a front flip for no reason. But the train's in. I think I'll try to get this and see how much I can get from it. Did you guys know you can rob the train twice? If you get on it just right, when it's at the very back, you can use a sort of trick where you jump onto this very specific box ledge and then get up onto it. And it's kind of difficult to do, and there's a good chance you will fail at it the first time. But you can rob the train twice. Normally get about $6,000 from it instead of the normal $4,000 or $2,000. So it's a lot more than you'd normally get, but it works well. What subscriber account did he what did you subscribe at? Because I don't really watch Creek's videos, but I have checked him out just to know what my competition is, what other people do, and he's really famous for it. Like, there are people who have more subscribers and do like the exact same thing. But as far as Roblox goes, he's like the best known for that. So I should be able to get 4,000 and then hopefully run all the way to the Ferrari from here. I got just about 4,000 from my VIP Game Pass. I wouldn't always recommend that for the money. It doesn't give you that much. But if you play consistently, I mean, I think it costs like $10, and I paid it in the past. But $10 is definitely worth it when you're always buying rocket fuel. Like, a full tank of rocket fuel is like 100 Robux, like $1 or something. But if you have the VIP Game Pass, you get like 1/4 of a tank every single day for free. And so if you play consistently, the VIP Game Pass is definitely worth it. It pays you back really quickly, and you generally get the special text. You get yellow text. I didn't mean to keep caps on. And so everybody knows, it's kind of like a vanity thing that you have the VIP Game Pass. And so it's really kind of a vanity item, and you get a lot of perks from it too that are just kind of fun to play with. But it's definitely fun to do. So from here, I think I'll go to the bank and then see if anybody else is there, or try to find an airdrop. They really did make them a lot more common, like 3 times more so than yesterday when I was complaining about there being like no airdrops. Like, the hype they put into it, they kind of had to, I think. This is kind of the annoying part of it. Nothing's open, and you just have to like roam the map until something opens, and it's boring. You just kind of have to roam the map, and there's nothing to do, really. I guess you can kind of like keep your eyes out for airdrops and that kind of thing, but there's one. That should be a nice $8,000, I think. I can keep following this. They go pretty quickly. There, that's not a bad location. Somebody else might get to it before me, and I might have to get a bunch of guns out for a fight for it. Because he's obviously going to try to get it. Maybe I can chase him away and steal it. Yeah, you can drive through the water in this game. It's kind of odd. It does slow you down, but I think they should fix it. Like, I think maybe you could have, like, vehicle health. So if you, like, shoot your car too many times, they have tire popping. But maybe if you, like, shoot your car too many times, it starts smoking. And then if you drive through the water, you can do it for, like, a minute. But after that, your vehicle health goes down and, like, it starts smoking again. Like, they should make it more comical so, like, effects go everywhere and, like, your vehicle will eventually break if you keep doing it. So you really don't want to drive through the water, but you can. How do you join? Currently I don't accept all friend requests, I'm sorry. So you can't join the server I'm in currently unless you get really lucky and find it in the servers tab. But, like, good luck looking through 10,000 servers. But, I generally don't accept all friend requests, and the reason why is because, too many people send them, and then it's just unfair, because you can only have 200 friends. But if you join the group, you can, like, be a part of the community. I'm making places for the group, and so you can have good conversations, and I'm normally really interactive there. So if you want to, like, have a conversation or something, join the group. It's Rothes, like, spelled like clothes, but with an R instead of a C. So join that, and I'm really interactive, and maybe if you're a good member, you can get ranked up, and then, I'll friend you, or, like, somebody else will friend you who's in a higher rank. Definitely a very interactive, friendly group. See ya, King Plays Roblox. Thanks for watching. I'll be on tomorrow, I think. Oh, that was dangerous. This guy's spending way too much money to try and take me down. It's more annoying than effective. He's spending, like... He's gonna get me. I had to reload at the exact moment. He got me. I had to reload at the wrong time. Yeah, it's just spelled just like that, but all lowercase. I reloaded at the wrong time. He just kept jumping out of my way, and I just could not aim well enough. At least he's a good sport. I mean, I'm fine with being defeated, but it's annoying when people are, like, rub it in and stuff, because then you just have to get back at them and, like, shoot them back. So you guys want to know a trick to break out really, really, really quickly? If you want to know a really, really quick trick, you can break out right up here. I, of course, need to get there first. But there are a few ways to break out. As you all know, there's the sewer, there's the wall, and there's the breakout from the room. So if you get all the way over to here, you can break the box and then jump on top of the umbrella. And the good thing about this is that a cop right in the middle, there's nothing they can do about it. So I don't think I can demonstrate it because there's a cop right here, and obviously it's impossible to break out without any weapons until they go away. I think I put 10 punches and I can get out. So right here, and then if you jump on top of this table, this takes a lot of practice, then you can do parkour and get all the way up on the umbrella through a weird hand glitch. Like you like kind of glitch up onto it. And so if you do this, you can get on top of the umbrella. And the fun thing is a cop will normally come out of that door sometimes, and you can like taunt them into trying to catch you when they really can't. So if you get on top of the umbrella, then you can jump from the table. And then from the umbrella, you can sometimes jump onto the fence and then just kind of escape like that. And if you have a low-level cop, they'll be like, how the heck did you do that? They might even call you a hacker. Of course, you won't get in trouble for it because you're not hacking. But they might call you a hacker, and it's one of the quickest ways to possibly escape. So it's one of the best ways to do that. I think I'll go for, I think I'll go to the gun shop. I really don't need the generic weapons because they have everything but the pistol. And so if I can get the AK-47, then I should be able to do some serious damage. The good thing about that gun is you can't really miss with it. So if the shotgun's out of ammo and someone's running through the bank, I mean, you can't really fail at that point. Oh, they disappeared it. They got rid of it. They got rid of gun shop too. It's kind of annoying because now you have to go to a different location of town. Like, now everything's in this part of town. This part of town is like has all the robberies, but it's now basically worthless. It's kind of annoying. I was kind of looking forward to getting it there, but I mean, I guess that works. It's just there's so many campers in this side of town. I'll try to just like rocket fuel over for fun, or like get a slope. Okay, if you guys, that's my dad. If everybody else wants to play Heroes of the Storm, that should work if one person plays. But if a lot of people play, then I'll have to end my live stream. I'll be on tomorrow though, if that works for everybody. So let's see here. This is the new gun shop. I expect it has, yeah, has everything in it. It has the rockets and everything. I generally don't load up on this kind of stuff just because of how expensive it is. I don't think I'm going to get any rockets. I guess I will. I don't normally buy all of this. I'm mainly in it for the levels now. But they are really cool with the fact that you can throw a grenade and it'll like blow up seriously and do a lot of damage. And the rockets are more of just a novelty item. They don't really do all that much. They are kind of cool. The reason why I don't use rockets and grenades and that kind of thing is because if you're like robbing the bank and there's a cop there and you throw a grenade, you basically wasted like $1,000. And so if you throw 3 grenades, you're basically making no money out of the robbery. So you don't really make any revenue if you do it. Like if I had a key card and a bunch of stuff, I would definitely do it. But it's not always like a very good decision to do that in general. So there's rocket fueled in town, and now I'm going to try to like get something else. I really don't have much bounty because of that guy who arrested me, but in general I try to get a lot more. I've had $24,000 in bounty once, but it's really hard to get. Hopefully the museum's open because like nothing's open for now. So the grenade is like, the cool thing about the grenade is you can throw it and hurt people, but it does quite a bit of damage. It's kind of hard to throw. Like from here, it won't kill me, but it did half of my health. I'll just use another one because I have money, but for the sake of the video, that killed me. They do quite a bit of damage in this kind of a way, but the cool thing about it, this is kind of a troll thing, so I'll tell you guys this, but I don't always want you guys to do, like, you guys can do this whenever you want, but it is kind of a jerky thing to do. So one of the things you can do with it is if you're in a room with a bunch of people, like robbing the bank or something, you can throw a ton of grenades, and of course you won't make any money back, but everybody on your team will die with the grenades. So it's the only way to hurt your own team, and it's really a troll move. So if I'm in this building with 5 grenades, I can throw it and it'll bounce off the walls, and everybody in that room, like maybe 6 people on your team, will just die for no reason because you like wanted to troll them. So it's really a jerk move, but it's kind of funny. I need to get my grenades again, but I'll go get them and then I'll like troll somebody with them, I think. I'm not always a jerk to people, but it is kind of fun to do it every now and then. So I need to go back and get them though. Probably stop burning my rocket fuel. I paid like $1 for a tank a while ago. I still have it for the stream. Let's see if this guy needs a ride. I generally give people a ride if they're stranded. Sometimes he won't get in, just whatever. See if I can get it real quick. I'll probably, yeah, I only have 2. I'm just gonna throw them. For the sake of the video, I'm fine with burning $5,000. Oh crap, they're 10,000. I forgot. So yeah, literally one grenade is like you go to the just 1 minute. You go to the bank and you throw a grenade, and it's like $2,000. So if you burn that out, it's not good. Yeah, you guys can play Heroes now. I guess you guys are the only one on the stream currently. I'll turn this off in a second, and I'll just save these grenades for the next time. So anyone else watching, I'll be on tomorrow, hopefully, and subscribe, and I'll do a lot more stuff like this. Thanks for watching. I'll be on shortly.